Situated on a wide plaza in central Naples, the Teatro di San Carlo Opera House has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site as the oldest theater of its kind in continuous use throughout Europe. The facility opened in 1737 after being established by the ruling Bourbon monarch, Charles VII of Naples. With a seating capacity of 3,300, it was the largest opera house in the world at the time. This theater replaced one built in 1621. As was the case with many theatrical facilities of the era, the San Carlo suffered a devastating fire in 1816 and burned to the ground. The Bourbons, who still ruled Naples, it was the capital city of the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies until 1860, were committed to the continuation of opera and consequently funded the reconstruction with a design by architect Antonio Niccolini. The main floor of the auditorium held more than 1,400 seats, with 6 levels of boxes and balconies arranged in a steep horseshoe fashion around the periphery. The size of the stage was increased to accommodate more elaborate productions and measured a massive 113 feet 34.5 meters deep. Several interior design changes were made during the middle of the 19th century, including a change in color decor from the blue ampersand gold scheme of the Bourbons to what is now its traditional red ampersand gold interior. An orchestra pit was added in 1872 at the behest of composer Giuseppe Verdi, and electric lighting was installed in 1890. A bombing run in advance of the Allied invasion during WWII left bracket 1943 right bracket caused considerable damage, but the liberators made speedy repairs and reopened the house after only 6 months of idleness. The present facility looks very much the same as it did following those repairs more than 60 years ago. The grand age of Neapolitan opera encompassed the years from the late 1700s to around 1830. Comic opera ruled the stage, and much of the dialogue was written in the Neapolitan dialect that seems to outsiders to be almost unrelated to basic Italian. Even later composers were careful to include at least one character in their opera that sang in dialect, that is, if they wanted their production to be a hit in Naples. The San Carlo was the focal point for opera throughout all of southern Italy, not the least of which because the musical conservatory in Naples attracted musicians, singers and composers from all points on the Italian peninsula. During the years 1815 to 1822, Gioacchino Rossini served as the house composer, while at the same time ruling as music director. 10 of his 30-plus operas were first performed at Teatro di San Carlo, including Armida left bracket 1817 right bracket, Moss in Egitto left bracket 1818 right bracket, and Mammeo II left bracket 1820 right bracket. Following his departure to Paris for more lucrative gig, he was eventually replaced by Gaetano Donizetti. This master of the bel canto operatic style enjoyed some of his greatest years as a resident of Naples, composing 16 operas that had their debuts at San Carlo. Donizetti remained here from 1822 to 1838 before following Rossini to Paris. He penned a few comic operas early in his career that were extremely well received by Neapolitan audiences, but it was the dramatic works he composed that generated lasting acclaim. These included Maria Stuarda left bracket 1834 right bracket, Roberto Devereux left bracket 1837 right bracket, and his greatest opera of all, Lucia di Lammermoor left bracket 1835 right bracket. Verdi also enjoyed considerable success at Teatro di San Carlo, premiering such early works as I Do Foscari left bracket 1844 right bracket, Alzire left bracket 1845 right bracket, and Louisa Miller left bracket 1849 right bracket.